A local radio legend taken too soon.
It's still setting in and not real, and I think the whole community wants a do-over.
Friends remember Brian McKenna for his lifelong impact on St. Louis, an impact that goes beyond the radio waves.
Tonight, words of love and support continue to pour in for St. Louis radio personality Brian McKenna, killed in a crash overnight. Thank you for joining us. I'm Paul Cook. Robert Townsend has the night off. Police say the crash happened in South City on Hampton Avenue around 1 a.m. Saturday. McKenna was apparently crossing the street when he was hit and killed. Our Andy Krall spoke to some of McKenna's friends about what an impact he made on them and on South City. Annie, what are you seeing?
Well, Paul, I know you knew Brian well, and friends of McKenna tell me he lived in the Nottingham Avenue area. Flowers and even a small memorial already popping up there tonight. After years battling cancer, those who knew him best say it's gut-wrenching to lose him in this way. As of now, we know the driver wasn't injured and is cooperating with officers.
St. Louis Metro Police say a car was heading south on Hampton Avenue as a man crossed the street mid-block between Nottingham and Murdoch. That man was Brian McKenna.
Nobody wants it to be real. I don't know what else to say. I'm shaken up right now, so it's very difficult.
South St. Louis native Jeff Rick lived with 61-year-old McKenna on Nottingham Avenue for about 8 years, starting in 2007.
And we're such close friends, and he's a little bit older than me. He was actually really good at giving advice, and we had a lot of long walks and talks. We went through a lot of things together. He would say breakups and shakeups and all this funny stuff. He's always had a very good sense of humor.
The sharp-witted commentator spent decades being a cornerstone of the St. Louis sports scene. Besides being a previous regular guest on Channel 5 Sports Plus, he was a radio host at KFNS 590 The Fan, also emceeing a wide range of nonprofit events, including organizations to help people and families dealing with cancer, which was a personal passion.
And he beat the cancer. The community, reached out and helped him immensely. He got through that, and to lose him like this is just tragic.
Friends telling us he was the most famous, unfamous person they ever met.
I know medicine made him sick quite often, but his attitude and his strong, he's such an extrovert. He just had a way to it was never woe is me. He was just really, really brave the way he fought the disease and really spoke about it.
Jim Uxa was friends with McKenna for about 30 years, saying he was so beloved he was asked to be the Dogtown St. Patrick's Day Parade Grand Marshal in 2018.
Obviously, being up with a huge Irish family with the last name McKenna, Dogtown, the St. Patty's Day was like Christmas for him.
The last conversation Uxa had with McKenna was less than a week ago on McKenna's balcony. He signed off with his signature tag, "Your vibe attracts your tribe."
He knew the droves of people he knew. Like I said, he never met a stranger, and it's amazing how he truly felt engaged when you talked to him. Like everything was blocked out, and he talked to you about you, and he was definitely one of a kind.
And McKenna's friends emphasizing that it has been a very sad day for South St. Louis, as well as those who knew the sportscaster across the country. They tell me any funeral or service details are still in the works. Paul?
Okay, thank you, Annie. I feel blessed to have known him. So much love for Brian McKenna.